Welcome to King Lizard on Xbox One with Forza Motorsport 6 NASCAR expansion action, and this is the very first race you get to do in the NASCAR ICONS part of the career, and we are at Watkins Glen, one of my favourite, if not my favourite, Forza 6 introductory track. And it's a pretty fast track, so plenty of action coming up. I'm racing up against Pro AI, and I'm driving with no assist. This car's a bit of a handful. It is crazy fast, and the driving view is not one of the easiest views to get on with, so it's going to be a real tough race coming up for me. I've got 7 laps. It is a short variant or a mid-sized variant of Watkins Glen, but it is a pretty quick track, so I'm expecting lots of racing action here. Nearly lost it again there against the rest of these Pro AI, and it is going to be a tough race. And these NASCARs obviously get up to some pretty extreme speeds, running up to 150, 60 there as I'm coming up on the inside of that number 4 Chevrolet. Now I'm driving the Chevrolet myself. Can't remember what number it is. Oh, I nearly lost it again. Quite a tough car to drive this without any assist. It keeps wanting to kick out in the rear end. And obviously being a rear wheel drive vehicle, I think these are all V8s if I remember rightly, these NASCARs, there's a hell of a lot of power back there to keep under control. So currently in 6th place, went a little bit wide there, a bit wider than I wanted to. Now there's quite a few cars on this section. Normally I would just fly through this section like a bat out of hell, but oh no. Oh, that cost me big time, so I'm probably going to lose a couple of places here. I lost a lot of speed. I'm going to deliberately block the car in behind, block that Chevrolet off. Hopefully he's not going to hit my car, because that could cause me to lose control. I definitely don't want to do that. So we're into lap 2 here, and I'm currently in 6th place, although I'm having a few handling difficulties with this. Oh, I've been hit on the rear by that car behind me. That really sent the back end out as well. So I'm going to boost this all the way into 3rd here. You can hear me totally over revving the engine here, and that's purely because I've kept it in 3rd. And I have considered switching it up in a 4th gear there, but I think it's too short a space between here and the next corner, this one, where if I, for instance, switch up into 4th, then I've got to switch straight back down again, and that is just going to risk more kind of over torque on the rear of the car, and I'm going to risk spinning the car out. So hence why I kind of left it screaming in 3rd there. So I'm coming wide here off that corner. I went in way too quick. You can see all these kind of amber lines appearing around my steering wheel. That's part of that new feature they've introduced into Forza 6 now, that shows you externally what's going on in the world where the cars are. Amber obviously means they're quite close to the body of your car. So I managed to slip into 4th there on my favourite part of this track. I do love that part of this track. I'm going to roll around on the outside here if I can keep control as I accelerate. Went a little bit on the grass, a little bit of loss on the back end. Still, I've got 3rd now. Okay, I've just managed to get past him there and get into 3rd. Nearly lost the back end again. It's a real animal of a car, this. It really just wants to slide a lot of the time. It's not a bad car in terms of handling, don't get me wrong. It's just that if you just push it that bit too hard, it is going to slide out, and then you're going to have quite a battle on your hands with no assists on trying to get it back into control at high speed anyway. A little bit of a kick there as I went around the corner, and I come up to my 4th lap now, and I'm in 3rd place. Now I can't actually see, there we go, I just saw one of them, so I saw 2nd place there. It's got a better distance in front at the moment, so I'm going to have to do some work here to reel these guys in, get them a little bit closer to my car, so hopefully I can claim their positions. Now as I said, this section here is ultra fast. I absolutely love this, online or offline. Absolutely fly through this section, and that has made me some time up based on that mini-map there. I still can't see them directly. There he is, I can see him now. So there's 2nd place. 1st appears to have quite a good distance on 2nd, so let's see if we can reel in 2nd here. I do have 2.5 laps approximately to get this done, so in theory if I can reel this guy in within the next lap. Oh, I'm losing control in a big way. That's cost me a lot of speed there. That was not good. and there I think I just caught a glimpse of first, so I'm going to try a clipped him. I was going to try a sneaky manoeuvre there on the inside, but it didn't work out, so I've had to go the hard way on the outside there. A little bit of a kick from the car, and kind of neck and neck now. Just managed to squeeze that speedo a little bit more and get myself into second there. Managed to slow down nicely for that corner, keeping it steady on the accelerator, trying not to upset that back end. And now this is the place I need to put my foot down, gain some of that time that first place has gone on me at the moment. This is the place I'm going to make up most of my time in this race on Pro. So into this straight, I'm going to try and reel her through. Oh no, car in front put me off. I saw him there, I thought he would slow down too much, and then that made me lose control on the corner because I tapped the brake a little bit too hard, panicked. I thought I was going to hit him. So right behind first, I've got third right up my backside too. Oh, bit of a flick out there from the rear again. Nearly lost it, so I'm going to try another speed past here. He's quite wide into this corner, kind of stopping me going where I wanted to there. So he's managed to actually defend me off. And big slippage there on the rear. So third and fourth still pretty close and still very much in contention for this race. So I've got to play it pretty cool. So lap 6 now. I've now got 2 laps to reel in this guy in front of me here, number 1. Managing to catch quite a bit of that dirty air there off the car. Not quite close enough to make advantage of the drift. Got a bit of clean there. And into my favourite section, going to blast this one out. Oh, nearly lost control there. Putting the foot down to the floor and trying to make this thing move. Oh, we're head to head into this corner. I'm going to try a real tricky last minute break here, see if I can get out in front of everyone here, because I really don't want to start losing places with just a lap and a half to go. So I managed to keep my first place by a bit of a late braking into that double S there, and then into this straight. I'm really losing control here. That's cost me big time. I don't know if I'm going to be able to hold that car off behind. That M&M car is getting pretty close. I've got to stop making mistakes here, or it's going to mean no. Oh, it did it again. This car's not liking me at the moment. I'm absolutely flooring it now. I'm taking a risk here because I don't want this car in front of me to get a good lead, otherwise I'm not going to reel in first place, and obviously that's what it's all about for me, is trying to get that first place. I don't have to get first to enjoy a good win, but obviously for the career and everything else in the game, first place is a lot better than being in second. So let's see if I can keep this first place. We're pretty much almost neck and neck back there. I managed to get into this really fast section, absolutely blasting the cobwebs away here. Going to do another late-ish break into here, try not to take too many chances on the exit. So still in first here, final lap of this race, halfway through the final lap, so I've literally got half a lap to go here. I can keep control of this and get myself one of the very few first places I've had in this FORZA 6 NASCAR expansion pack. So literally 2 corners from victory here, if I can play my cards right. Bit of a kick out there from the rear to fight it, managed to bring it back into the final corner before the straight, a little bit wide. Oh, back and nearly went, managed to reel it back in, and I'm still in first. Excellent. So my first official first place in the NASCAR expansion on Pro difficulty on FORZA Motorsport 6. I took the liberty to stick the replay on the end of this race just for yours and my enjoyment when I look back on it. So I hope you enjoy the replay. I'll be back at the end of the video. Well, that's probably one of the most exciting races I've had in Forza 6 so far. Really enjoying this NASCAR expansion. Hope you are too. I'll be back with plenty more gaming action and more Forza Motorsport 6 NASCAR in the very close future. In the meantime, if you're not a subscriber, don't be shy, click that sub button, and please be kind enough to rate the video and leave me some feedback. I reply to all feedback, and I'm happy to receive feedback, negative or good. Take care, keep well, and keep watching.